You're watching National Streaming Sports, over 20 podcasts, 70 shows, and a 3.5-star rating on Roku TV.
All right, everybody, how you doing? Captain Jack here just in time. Woo! Talk about getting everything done at the tick. I got the studio set up. I got the bringing in Instagram, which is over there. So I got Instagram up. We on the National Streaming Sports Network. As you know, I got in right on the tick. Actually, maybe a couple seconds late because as soon as I saw that it was 9 o'clock, because I didn't have a studio set up, and then when I set up a studio, as soon as it hit 9, it said go live, and I went live. So it was probably maybe about a 6-second delay. Sorry, Linda. I tried to get it as much on the tick as possible, but not too bad. Hola to you. I see Raider Speedy is in here. Kenneth Clark, my buddy from Palatka, is in here. And I just got in. No, he dropped whatever. No, he is dropping the ball. So if he got a touch, no, that is a touchback. I didn't see the play. I just literally just turned it on to see whoever fucked up. So apparently, I guess it was the New York Jet. Was it an interception? I don't know who caught. No, maybe it was that's Green Santa. I just saw Green Santa. So it would have been a touchdown, giving the ball over at the 20. The Texans with a quick. That's Joe Milton, by the way. So 14-4. Wow. Maybe it was a kickoff. I don't know. Maybe it was a kickoff, but he did one of those dumb. Can I say it again? He did one of those dumb fucking things. You cross the line, and then you you kind of like say, "Yo, I'm so awesome," and drop the ball. That's the way it is. You cross line. So it must have been the kickoff return. So instead of the Jets being up 7-0, or I'm giving them the point, even 6, turn the ball over, 20-yard line, and now it's third down for the Texans. So just say, hey, Cavs, just looking over the schedule. I'm thinking 5 or 12 or 6 and 11. I think that's about right. But Douglas, I hope we can squeeze out one more win than the 6 and the 10, because then I get my money. I get my money from Vegas. So you're about right, though. 5 and 12, 6 and 11, 7 and 10 would be wonderful. And again, I like Mundungus. Let me put this up here, because again, Mundungus he's a analytical guy. He's an analytical guy like I am. I try not to be homerish, but analytical, and I think that's about right. Now, Ed Winchell says 3 and 14. I hope that's not true. I agree with Mundungus. I think you guys can take the Jags and the Saints. Yeah, I think so. Should be able to get one over the Bucks or Dolphins or Bengals. And the Bengals is this week. And Ed Winchell, my buddy, was talking today. We were talking today about what Antonio Pierce said in his press conference. He said that until further notice, Luke Getsy is the offensive coordinator, or will be calling the offensive plays. One of those things. And I said that's the same way that an owner says, give him the full support thing. He's my coach. I gave him the full support. It's a way of putting him on notice politely. And Doug, I am say, as of about 8:45 p.m. No. I was going to Cincinnati. But I sold my ticket at a loss. I lost like $250 on a front row ticket. At least. I think I think I paid $500, $550. I'll have to look. I don't even want to look at this point. I think it could have been $6. I could have taken a $300 loss. I don't remember. But I sold it for $300, and the hotel reservation, which I had, because the hotels that were available were like not available, I transferred my reservation over to the person that took my ticket, so they have a room at a discounted price. I'll say this: it is a Marriott Bonvoy price. So and they have Marriott Bonvoy, so they got the discounted price. So it worked out, other than losing money on the ticket. But I will say this: I have things that I got to do this weekend. And so I will do, so basically I'm doing things this weekend and next week, and then next weekend is the bye. So I will have allegedly, plenty of time to get things done. You guys can't see it, but I actually, what is that? Something that, oh, I think, yeah. Okay, that's the yeah, that's my the light from underneath the desk. I did get a chance to clean this area here. You guys see this. This is the most important portion of the broadcast. You see this, but there's a lot of stuff here and underneath here that needed to be cleaned. And okay, somebody's saying, was it a fumble? Was it an interception? What was it? Aaron Rodgers sucks. Aaron Rodgers sucks. Let's see what it was. It was a yep. Oh, it might. Yeah, I think. Okay, it was a fumble-ish. Did he make a football move? Yes, he did. Yeah, you know what, Jet fan that said this? Fuck you. It was a fumble 6 because he caught it, he turned and made a step. He caught it, watch this, caught it, made a turn and made a step. So fuck you, Jet fan. Fumble 6. Call on this field is a touchdown. Call from Captain Jack is a touchdown. So not only did the Jets fuck up, and I'm dropping some F-bombs tonight, I'm sorry. Not only did they fuck up by not getting, I guess, the opening kickoff in, they just fucked up for a fumble 6. Yeah. Doug, I will be in Tampa Bay. And I will also say this. Any away game that's not my home city, because my home city is Tampa, any away game that the Raiders have, I'm not going to. Which means I am not going to Miami. I am not going to Cincinnati. As you know, I sold that ticket. I am not going to New Orleans. I am not going to Kansas City. I will be in Tampa because it's my home and I will have the house open. But because of what I have to do here, and I am being honest, and shoot me for being honest. The way this team is playing, I'm not spending any more money on it for any away games. I will be in Vegas every game. I will be in Vegas for the Bronco game, where Mundungus, I think we can beat you. That might be one of those other wins. I will be in Vegas for the Falcons game. I will be in Vegas for the Jaguars game. I will be in Vegas for the Charger game. I think that's all we have left. Oh, yeah. Broncos, Falcons, Jaguars, and Chargers. That's it. I'll be in Vegas for those 4 games. I'll be in Vegas. Did they call that incomplete? Oh man, that's bullshit. He made a football move. That's bullshit. Fuck you, Jets. That's a bullshit call. But yes, that's the same thing the Jets said about Hackett until Salah got fired. I think you guys take the Jags. And I said, I ain't going to Miami. That's right down the street. Because that is 10 hours of driving, 5 hours there and 5 hours back. And whatever it costs for tickets, I can stay with my buddy. But it's not worth the money. I'm being honest. And I agree with this. With Jeff LaFontaine. Tough to spend money when the product sucks. I'm going to Vegas. And my Nuggets will see. Because the Bronco game was a game where we gave you guys the game on a certain we were rolling and we gave you guys the game. The Chiefs game the Chargers game at the beginning of the year, we were rolling and we gave them the game. And this past week, I can honestly say had the fucking Raiders not fumbled with fucking, oh, I know I'm dropping a lot of F-bombs because that's the way I am right now. With damn, what's his fucking, I see that he's got me, I got so upset. I don't remember what the name of our fucking quarterback is. Dropsy. Had he not fumbled, could have been a different game. Because that instead of being down 7, now we were down 14, and we went down the field and got 7. So, and this is non-homerish. This is analytical. Minshew. Thank you, brother. Had Minshew not fucking fumbled, that could have been a different game because we were only down 7, and then we were down 14, and then we were down 7, and we ran out of time. But I really think that we'll see how the Raiders play against the Broncos. That'll be the first indicator. But we gave the game away against the Chargers, the first game of the season. We gave the Broncos their win. I mean, the defense of the Broncos worked for it. Hopefully, by the time the Broncos roll into town, we will have a new person calling offensive plays. Hopefully, that'll be Joe Philbin. And hopefully we will have a new quarterback. And maybe, and this is the big maybe, the fucking offensive line can play better. Because if they don't play better, it's going to be horrendous. And happy Halloween to you, Dory. Love you, babe. Gardner Cashew. Let me know where the pre-party will be in Tampa Saturday night. Hey, Doug, I'm open, and for all the Raider fans that will be here in Tampa, I'm opening up the room, opening up the house. Come on over. You'll see the studio. You'll see the rest here. You'll see. Well, actually, I won't turn around because I got to clean the room. It looks like a stockpile right now. It'll be a stockpile. Think you're stuck with the roster? No. We're stuck with the roster we got, but I'm talking about, a better play caller, Mundungus. A better play caller. Fucking Luke Getsy sucks. And Ritter has got to be better than Minshew. He's got to be better than Minshew. And then we'll wait to see what we got with O'Connell when he comes back. Minshew, my God. Yes, it's the offensive line. Yes, it's the play calling. I think we could be a lot better. And DJ, thank you for being here. And if the play calling side of 5-yard was so atrocious, we might have scored a touchdown or even 2. True. And again, this is not woulda, could. It's kind of woulda, coulda, shoulda, but it's analytics, baby. It's analytics. For all those that are over there on Instagram, thank you for being here. We got Rev Mike Clegg. We got Ghost Raider. We got Gabriel, New York Giant News 19. That's Gabriel over there on Instagram. Thank you. Ollie Richards is over there, and Hippie Thug. Thank you for being over there on IG. We're just watching the game. It's still 0-0. But just like the Broncos have seemingly turned it around, because the Broncos can score some fucking points. Amazingly. Imagine if they had a quarterback that was actually better than Bo Nix. But their defense is keeping them in games and scoring points and setting them up for quick scores. I think that and we went over this. I don't know if it was post the game last night with the NFL Nation Live. The Broncos and the Chiefs have about the same plus or minuses as far as points and points against. Look it up. The Broncos and the Chiefs have the same plus or minus about. And if the Chiefs defense can play up to their standards, if the Broncos defense can play up to their standards, the Broncos might take the Chiefs twice. Vince, happy Halloween to you as well. You guys saw my Halloween shirt, right? Yeah, so that's the Halloween shirt. I was passing out candy to the kids. And you know what, Jeff? I kind of agree with this. AP needs to be a little bit more assertive. Hey, I get you, Nuggets. I tell you what, the Raiders getting better is going to take into the next offseason. I agree with that. Did you save me some candy, Vince? No, I did. I saved you nothing. And you guys, if you're on Facebook and Instagram, you will see I had a big bowl of candy and a bowl of friggin' chocolate chip cookies gone. Skull to you, crazy cooters in the house. My buddy, the truck driver. Good to see you there, Todd Nielsen, crazy cooter. What? Hey, by the way, and no hate for the Vikings. They got a good football team, but that's 2 in a row, Todd. Cooter, 2 in a row. What's going on with the Vikings? So we'll talk about that. And again, we are we're 20 minutes into the show. Remember, we are on the Facebooks. We are on my YouTube. We are on my Instagram over there. We are on the National Streaming Sports Network on Roku. Please come on over to Roku, baby. It's a great channel. Roku, National Streaming Sports Network. You guys should aim for Nussmeier. No, man. Nussmeier, dude, you're no. I'm putting this up. No. Joe Burrow, LSU quarterback, good. Jamarcus Russell, LSU quarterback, sucked ass. I think Burt Jones was an LSU quarterback. Somebody looked that up. Burt Jones of the Colts was an LSU quarterback. Burt Jones, LSU quarterback, good. And again, Joe Burrow, LSU quarterback, yeah, but he was a former Buckeye. But look it up. Don't want Nussmeier. Don't want Nussmeier. I'd rather have Dylan Gabriel because I've seen him play at UCF. I've seen him play for Oregon. I'd take Dylan Gabriel. If I can't have Cam Ward, I'd take Dylan Gabriel. I know he's coming out because he's played a lot of ball. Dylan Gabriel, yes. Why do we need? Travis Hunter is a first-round pick, and the Raiders need a quarterback. No, Travis Hunter is going to be an amazing player. Captain, I love you. Where's my cookies and candy? That is my girl, Veronica Yim. I love you, Rebecca. Did you save me some candy? I'm sorry. I thought that was Vince. No, that's my girl. That's my girl, Veronica. I'm sorry, Veronica. I thought you were Vince. I saw the VI, and I put an N instead of Vince. I love you too. Where's my cookies and candy? Veronica Yim, aka Vintage Vice. I will give you your cookies and candy when I see you. See, and now I see Jay Vince. That's my boy Vince. See, there was this, not dyslexia, but I didn't have it right. So I love you too. Your cookies and candy are on me, and happy Halloween to you. So you get it. This year's a rough quarterback. It drops off. It drops off after Cam Ward. No, Vicky, you're not invisible. Now I see you, Vicky. Vicky, I see. No, you're not. You're not. A lot of wide receivers and tight ends grabbing a Travis Hunter at wide and using free. You grab 2 to 3 year starter while you build through the draft at wide receiver. But the thing is, here's the question, because actually we were asked about this, and I won't say who it was. What free agent quarterbacks are available this year? what free agent quarterbacks are available this next offseason. The Jets are all in on a guy who's going to retire. The Broncos have they had the kid that the Jets got rid of, right? And they got obviously Bo Nix. Bo Nix is their quarterback of the future. Don't talk to me about Russell Wilson. I don't want to hear anything about it. Justin Fields, one of them. I think they're both on 1 year contract, but they're going to have to make a decision on one of them. Maybe Justin Fields, maybe. Well, thank you, Vicky. Becky says he has something for me. Yeah, there is going to be a lot of wide receivers and tight end. We don't need a tight end. We got the best tight end in the game. Yes, I said that. The best tight end in the game. And his name is not Travis Kelce. His name is not George Kittle. His name is Brock fucking Bowers. Seth Philly, thank you for coming in. Raiders State of Mind, thank you for coming in. And Veronica, like I said, I will hook you up with the cookies and candy, honey, for sure. By the way, it looks, was it 4 minutes and 45 seconds left in the second? Well, maybe it wasn't the opening kickoff. Maybe it was. Yeah, I guess it was. It's still nothing. No, it's good. But if Houston has 32 plays with close to 18-minute time of possession. New York has half that. It's 16 plays with 7 minutes and 37. New York sucks. Chris Lentz, Flyers. Hey, that's some good news. Flyers, baby. Because they've looked like ass this year overall. Glad to see that the Flyers won. Thanks for that information there, Chris. You made my Halloween. Anna, the kids are starting to arrive. Okay. Anna Diaz. Bye, honey. Thank you for being here. I gave out my candy. Sam, okay, thank you. Mundungus throws up. These are the free agent quarterbacks. Sam Darnold, maybe. Zach Wilson. Tyler Heineke intrigues me. Stidham, Andy Dalton, Justin Fields, Joe Flacco, Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston has all the ability. He got $1 million arm and a nickel back head. So thank you for that, Nuggets. I was like, who the free agent quarterback? Hell, Joe Flacco is better than friggin' Garbageopolo. Better than Gardner Minshew, and he was available. What you take on a fan destroying the city after? Oh yeah, Chris Lentz. He sent me a video of Los Angeles people destroying their city after the Dodgers. What is this? And I talk to me about this. What the fuck is that? When you win a championship in a sport, no matter what it is, football, basketball, baseball, hockey, and you just destroy your city. God, it's stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid. So there's your answer there, Chris. DJ said, I could not mind a free agent stopgap to fill in until someone like the latest Manning came through to be a franchise quarterback. You're going to have to wait for another year for Manning. If you want to get Arch Manning, it's not in 25, it's going to be in 26. You have to wait another year. And You got to show potential. And I do agree with this. And not just Joe Flacco. I will agree with you there, Mundungus. Joe Flacco, Sam Darnold, Jameis Winston. God, I can't believe I'm saying that. But Joe Flacco, Sam Darnold, yeah. Jameis Winston, maybe. With Travis Hunter and Jacoby Myers. But see, this right here, right there. Rebuilt offensive line. Rebuilt offensive line. You're going to need to get a tackle and a guard or two because JPJ is going to be the center. DJ Glaze is your right tackle. And I hate to say this, but Miller is not your left tackle of the future. I think Miller is, unless this is just the year he's playing through pain and he's not playing up to potential because of that shoulder that's been bothering him. He needs to. I like Miller, but you're going to need another left tackle. You're going to need two guards, and maybe two of those you can get in free agency, but you're going to still need one in the draft. JPJ is the center of the future. Glaze is a decent right tackle. So there you go. That, which is why I said a stopgap. Yeah, Garrett Bowles, fuck you. Fuck you. I understand. That's why I said a stop. I get you. I get you. Decent quarter would make sense. We need a decent quarter. That's true. But you know what? Here's the thing. I still think Aiden O'Connell, AOC 12. If you fix the fucking line, he did decent last year. If you fix the fucking line, he does decent. Maybe he was supposed to be stock bass, so he just stopped playing quarterback. Did I miss something, Ed? Okay, well, we'll agree to disagree, Mundungus. Yeah, and I agree with this. Minshew is supposed to be that stopgap, and he's not even worth the wait. And yeah, but you gotta fix the offensive line. You gotta fix the line scheme, right? Power. These guys are a power team. Power team. Oh, was that a Devontae Adams signing? Oh, did he make a fucking catch? That's something I haven't seen in a while. And he got a first down. Good for him. AOC is Drew Lock. AOC 12. AOC Mundungus. I'm gonna have to berate you. The folk, and you are one that tunes into this show regularly. So I'm gonna have to berate you. AOC is the skinny bitch from New York. AOC is the skinny bitch from New York. AOC 12 is the Raiders quarterback. Just a little bit there. What channel is the game on? I actually didn't know there even was a game. Yeah, it's the prime time game or the prime games. There you. Folks here know that. They do know that. When Anna was on and other people were on, they know. Yeah. It's one of my little colloquialisms. So AOC 12. Anyway, you're not missing anything. Embiid is making me mad for not playing. Oh yeah, now that see Chris is over there talking basketball. I don't give a fuck about basketball until after. No, I'll take it back. I don't give a fuck about basketball until it's the conference finals and then the finals. I don't fucking care about basketball. You guys know this. I don't care. It's basketball. I care about hockey starting in January. Well, okay, since the okay, and you guys know this as well. I'm rooting for 7 wins because then I'll make some money in Vegas. And Mundunga said 6-11. Hey, if we get to 6, there's no reason why we can't get 7. So I'm rooting for 7 wins, and then when that is physically impossible, other than going to the games, which I will be with my family, my Raider Nation family, I don't care. I'll be looking at hockey. And Chris Lentz knows that I'm a. You guys know I'm a Flyers fan, so I'll be rooting for the Flyers. Be rooting for my Phillies, which disappointed me this year. And again, congratulations to the Dodgers. Congratulations to the Dodgers. At least it wasn't the Mets that won. Oh, here it is. Oh, people were talking about that, and I never saw it. I'm watching the Daniels tip pass. I just saw it for the first time. I hadn't seen it. Rolling around. Tipped touchdown. Prayer. I just saw it for the first time. Anyway, Roland, good to see you over there on Instagram. Hey, if you want to come into the show, and you guys said Mundungus can always come in as well if he's able to. I'm gonna put the link up. Again, I'm a sports fan, and you guys know this, guys and gals, mates, wenches, ladies and gentlemen. Pop in and we'll talk sports. Texans are and this is why I think Aaron Rodgers is retiring after this. He's going to get his ass kicked. Going to get his ass kicked. Can I just say I've been where you are at right for the last 8 years? Oh, okay. Let me see it. And it's fantastic not to be there anymore. If you guys need some like group therapy, thank you, Mundungus. Our group. This is kind of our group therapy, kind of where we get together and we bitch amongst the family with other parts of the family as well. Because again, you're always welcome to that. So this is kind of that group therapy. You should see the whole play. One of the Bears, if it was taunting a fan when the play started, and is the guy that tipped the ball. Oh my God! Yes, I heard something about that. So instead of knocking the ball down, which is what you're supposed to do, tips it. So he fucked up once, and then he fucked up again. But again, if you're just joining, I will not be in Cincinnati this weekend. I got things to do in the house. And let's go over the schedule. Okay, I will not be in Cincinnati. I will be in Vegas in 2 weeks. I will not be in Miami. I will be in Vegas for the Falcons game. I will be in Vegas for the Jaguar game. I will be in Vegas for the Charger game. I will be in Vegas for the Broncos game. I won't be in any away games because remember, Tampa is not an away game for me. Tampa's home. Furpo, hey, this you know how you have to have a quorum of people before, at least in the Jewish religion, you have to have a quorum to have a show. It's not a show until Jimmy Furpo says Raiders. Thank you, Jimmy. And Conrad E. Collin over there on Instagram, thank you for joining us. Who's got the ball? You know who has the ball? I think Texans have the ball. Shorty Rock 69 over there on Instagram. Thank you for coming in. Thank you everybody coming in. Raiders 4 Life came in on IG. Thanks again. If you want to hit the show up, if you got something, if you want, I can jump in. Yes. Yeah. No. Okay. No, I put the link up there. Get the link. Okay, now we are halfway through season. Do you still think the talent levels of the Raiders and Broncos are still even? Not trying to knock anyone season. I think Mundungus, now that it's halfway through the season, had Wilkins and Kuntz been there, playing up to potential, I think the Raiders' defense would even be better than what it is right now. The offense, it's amazing that Bo Nix is playing as well as he is, because I think the offensive lines of the Broncos and the Raiders are on a par. They're not the greatest. The wide receivers for the Broncos are better, especially since we got rid of that cancer, Devontae Adams. And I said it, got rid of the cancer. Of course, Shorty Rock, you got that. No worries. Shorty Rock 69 said thanks. You guys know I try to give you shout out. I will try to shout out everybody I can. Oh, that's defensive. Where? So the official had his hand up his ass and not even throwing a flag out. Should have been defensive pass. I mean, the Broncos are a better team right now. God, man, the Raiders could have been, like I said, they gave the game away against the Chargers. They were playing such a good game until fucking Surtain just flipped the switch on them. Analytically, yes, the Broncos are a better team right now. They are. But I don't know if it's that much better. I don't. Oh, Vicky, we definitely need to talk. Vicky, we definitely need to talk. I'm sorry to hear if that's true. Yeah, days go one after the other, so that's it. You want to come into the show, and like I said, Jeff LaFontaine, you are definitely welcome. Mundungus, you are definitely welcome. Vicky, you're always welcome to Jim. And again, we had Anna was here, but Anna's giving out candy because we are 3 hours behind for the what was it? Fourth down. So the Jets come through, make Stroud's Stroud is on the ground and he is not looking happy. Training staff comes out, 4th down, 26 seconds left. Stroud has some sort of ailment to his leg, it looks like. See if I can see this. Yeah, twist. Oh wait, he got his knee hit too. You want to come into the show? The link is there. Again, remember, we are on the National Streaming Sports Network here. We are on Elite Superfans Network. We're on 2 of my Facebooks, as well as the Instagram over there. So come into the show. I'm going to put the link over there on IG as well. If you want to come into the show on IG, please do. You're gonna have to type it because it won't come in. But yeah, you can come in from IG. It would be great. But yeah, we got some time. Oh shit, I'm in New Jersey and watching. Oh, okay. Well, Shorty, come on into the show. Yeah, you're in Jersey. Good to see you. Thank you for coming in, Jersey. And you're watching the game too. But you can watch the game and you can participate in the show. But you're gonna have to type, oh, okay, so a long field goal try. Was it 50 something yards? And it's not good. I can tell as soon as it went off the foot, it was wide right. So with 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter, or sorry, the second quarter, right before the half, sorry, the Jets will have decent field position because it's up right near midfield. But yeah, I can see who pushed it to the right. But come into the show. Otherwise, it's going to be an hour show, and we only will have about another 14 minutes. So yeah, Jeff LaFontaine, come on in. Vicky Orr, come on in. Mundungus, come on in. Ed Winchell, come on in. But yeah, Devontae Adams gets a catch and goes out of bounds. By the way, Devontae Adams is wearing, the Jets are wearing their black alternate uniforms. That's funny. All right. So we are going to have some company tonight. I'm gonna put my boy on as soon as he's ready. You ready, brother? There you go. Welcome to the show, Jeff LaFontaine. And
What's up? What's going on?
Good to see you. Good to see you.
This is gonna be a better show than the other night when Casey was on with us, because that
Yeah,
was funny as hell.
Casey,
I haven't laughed that much in a long time. That was funny as shit.
And for those that did not see it, I did have a show. with a gentleman, Kansas City fan, and I'm being honest, is that I tried as much as I could to make sure people understood where he was coming from. And that was because, again, and I don't want to belittle Ty. But Ty has his own issues.
I thought it was funny as hell. That was a riot. That was fun. That actually was fun, believe it or not.
Okay. Well, I want to make sure that people know that I didn't deliberately set him up.
No, I never thought that. Not at all.
He wanted to come into the show, and he was in the show. I will say this though, I did get some feedback from YouTube.
Yeah.
So I probably won't be able to have Ty in the show again. He'll probably be in the I got some feedback from YouTube, so I'll probably not be able to have Ty in the show anymore. He's in the he can be in the comments anytime. But
wow, that's
yeah.
I think I know why too.
Yeah, well, everybody that watched the show probably knows
when
why.
He went for a walk.
Let's just say that there was some issues. But as if you don't know already, and I think you guys do know this, when I say I'm going to do something, I am, I do everything in my power to say and do what I say I'm going to do. So let's just say that. And if I can't do it, there's a damn good reason for me not to. It's not no bullshit excuses.
Yeah.
So
what's up, Asylum? I see you, brother. What's going on?
Yeah. But yeah, and Asylum, and I do thank you both for coming in, because this way it was Raider fans, plural, and a very
eccentric.
Okay, I'll go there. Yeah, I'll go with eccentric. I'll go with it, but it's very devoted, but not quite on what needs to. I mean, he lost me when he said, "I don't know who Eric Bieniemy is."
Yeah. Yeah. Who is that? Oh
Yeah,
my
so
god.
I'm like,
Like, oh.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's
Silent.
it.
We tried helping you, Cap. I don't think there was any shame in that show at that point. I mean, we tried our best. I think
No,
we
you
ended up
got
both just we just ended up laughing too much, both of us. We were just I was in tears. I was almost crying. It
well, no,
was
but see, and the good thing was that he had made mention the show prior when you were when he was in Instagram.
yeah,
He said that guy knows his shit. He said, and so he gave you props. And I told you that on the show. He says,
yeah, you
that
did.
guy knows his shit. And he did know Asylum personally. So that made things more comfortable
Yeah, yeah.
on the four screen. So, yeah.
Let's put it that way. Let's put it this way. If that was my first time ever being on the show with you and going through that, I would have been like, well, what is going on? But
Very
I already knew
uncomfortable.
about him because I've seen you talk to him before, and so I knew what to expect. So I didn't
Yeah.
have a problem with it at all. I thought it was funny.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad. I just, I was, people, I will say today that there were people that said, "Hey, I heard that you were going to be doing a show," and I said, "You're about 2 days too late. You're about 2 days too late." So because they heard and they wanted to they warned me off, and I said, "You're late." But I'm just glad that it wasn't worse. Like I
Yeah,
said, YouTube contacted me via one of those messages that you get in your mailbox, which was not good. So again,
yeah. You don't want those.
yeah, I don't want those, but it was a warning.
Have you ever gotten
So
those for like swearing and such too, or are
no,
they relaxed on that now?
if as long as it is you say what your intent is,
Yeah,
you can do what because I dropped f bombs a bunch, and before I couldn't drop f bombs. Okay,
yeah,
so I haven't gotten them about language per se. Maybe they're gonna look out, and now that I've been identified, maybe I'll have to watch it. But no, I did get, and I'll say this as well. I got a strike and a wig warning letter when a show was put on when I wasn't doing the show personally. So that's a big clue as to what happened.
oh, somebody else filling in for you type of thing?
Yes,
Yeah.
and
It's
they
like when
and
you
they
sell your season tickets to a fan and they fuck up and it's on you because they're your tickets in your name. It's kinda
yeah.
that same situation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. A show which was put on by somebody that has the keys to the kingdom or keys to the studio
Yeah.
did something, and unfortunately, it was against policy, and they showed video which they weren't supposed to, and I got a big slam for that.
Yeah.
So,
Because I
and
remember a
I
few years ago, you had Jason on. Jason Goff was on with you, and I
yeah,
remember you saying because I watched that show then, and I remember you saying to him before you got started, you told him, like, because at that point, I guess the swearing was a little bit different. I guess you used to get people would get flagged for it back then. I
yeah,
remember you telling him, you can say what you want as long as you don't swear all the time, and you got to kind of
yeah, and
keep
that
it
was
PG
for
basically.
right. That was for the what back then it was Northeast Streaming Sports, and
Okay.
they said for Roku, they said, "Cap, you can't swear." I said, "Okay," and
Yeah.
I tell people I said not swear, but when Northeast went to national and they relaxed their adult, they made it adult. They said that was now we could,
Yeah.
now we could. So once they did it for Roku. They relaxed their standards on Roku, obviously for the YouTube as well. As Asylum says, as long as you're not saying it's a kid's thing, then yeah, they'll get you for that.
Yeah.
I just had a
So
cap on my 55. Okay, yeah, okay. Hey, Vicky's watching me on her 55 inch. I got 55 inches for you, Vicky.
oh great. What
Granted,
do I look like at 50, on a 55-inch
I was
TV?
gonna say, yeah, great, yeah. Well, woo. Hey, speaking of 55 inches,
My nose must look like about a
there,
foot
there,
long on that TV.
well, the thing is, I on and hopefully I got a neighbor that came by for Halloween, and hi Giselle from Wrecking Crew,
Oh,
Giselle
Bunchen?
RWC 17. But yeah, Wrecking Crew. I see RWC, so a Raider Wrecking Crew. So I know the thing. But this gentleman was around with his wife and his kid for candy, and I said, hey, I gotta roll it up. So I got a YouTube chat. I got a YouTube show at 9. He goes, oh, you do YouTube? I said, yeah. So I let him know about it. And this gentleman, and hopefully he'll be watching sometime. He and oh, just big, big. Played nose tackle for Wake Forest.
Wow.
So he played starting caliber Wake Forest, and you play in the ACC. That's that's power. That's a
Yeah.
power
Oh
conference.
God, yeah.
So hopefully he'll be joining me. And I didn't catch his name, but I did give him all of the information for the channel. So hopefully he'll be coming by. He has a kid though, so hopefully his little princess isn't watching the show. But yeah, but it was cool, And I said, hey, yeah, come on in, man. I told him the shows. I said, come on into the show. We'll have a ball, and hopefully he'll be coming in sometime. So that's cool. But yeah. Yeah, fuck you, Asylum 5.5. I got your 5.5 right here. I said I got 55. I didn't say how long it would take to get to 55. Okay.
Do you have a lot of kids tonight for Halloween at your place or no?
No. And I was told in no uncertain terms, don't bring candy back. So if you guys were on Facebook and Instagram, you saw I had a huge bowl of candy. And then I had a bowl of some chocolate chip, mini chocolate chip cookies. And I like two cookies, and 2 handfuls. The candy was out. Now, granted, it took an hour, and I had to like ration it at the very end, because when I was down to like about literally I had like 10 pieces of candy. I said, okay, how many kids do we got? 5, good. 2 out. And I was gone. And I said, all right, guys, that's it. See ya. And I went inside. I went, and it was at 8 o'clock, so it was an hour.
Yeah, my neighborhood's nuts. It's nuts. When we first moved into this house, it'd be almost 20 years now. I stayed at home that night of Halloween. I stayed to give out the candy, and my wife took my 2 kids down the street. Now we live at the top of the hill, so down at the bottom, the houses get closer together, and then there's just kid after kid after kid down there. When she came back, she goes, "It's unbelievable down there." She goes, "It's like being in a carnival or at a fair." She goes, "I had to hang on to both kids because we were shoulder to shoulder with people. Nobody stays in their house to give out candy in my neighborhood because you'll just stand there with your door open all night." So our tradition, what we do is we put the fire pit out in the driveway right near the edge, and we sit around the fire pit. Whoever's giving out candy sits quite a ways away from us, giving out the candy, and the neighborhood is just constant flow of people coming down the street. It's nonstop. Because where we live on the border of like one of the northern cities in Rhode Island, on Socket. So they tend to come into Cumberland, and they park in this old shopping plaza right down the street from my house. And that parking lot gets loaded up with cars. Then they walk across the main avenue into the neighborhood, and then they just filter out and they just go everywhere. I mean, it is insane. We go through on average about 600, 700 pieces of candy on Halloween.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's nothing left every year.
Yeah.
If there's anything left, it's because I grabbed it and brought it in the house so I'd have some later on.
Yeah. No, I made sure that
But it's insane over here. They used to have a cop that would block the top of the street because it was just all kids and parents walking, house to house, going zigzagging across the street. It was too dangerous. It was too dangerous for the kids. But so that's our normal Halloween night.
Well, and I will probably do, knowing that there's not as many kids, I will make sure, because last year we had a big bag left over, and it took a year for us to get rid of it through other means. So I made sure.
Is diabetes one of them?
Well,
because you're eating them all.
No, actually, I did my blood pressure and my regular blood, because I do my regular blood sticks.
Yeah,
averaging 110.
That's good.
Yeah, 110, and the highest I've seen was like 125. So I wake up in the morning, it's like 107, 108, because I do it in the morning, and then the highest I've seen it in the morning was like 125. So that's not bad. That's not bad. And I don't do it. I do it once a day, right up when I get up in the morning. So it's not real bad. And I have my watch on. In fact, let's see here. Let's see what the watch says. Oh, I need to do a couple more steps so I can get up to 2,000. I'm at like almost 1,900. So I got to get that. Let's see what the blood glucose is. While we're waiting, we'll talk, and I'll keep. But I don't think it's as bad. Now, granted, this is one of those watches that you can take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
But
just so
I'll
you
see
see
what
it,
it says.
Cap, this is one of the things I'm sending you.
Oh, but see, that's awesome. That's awesome.
So that's the front side, and that's the tail side.
Well, that's all. And 20th anniversary. That's cool, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And I do have a, and it's an old, what do you call it? The what do you call it? The Oakley bags that used to put your Oakleys in. I have an Oakley bag that just has coins in it. Oh, 4.1 according to my watch. So again, hey, not high at all.
Yeah.
But I have a sock that has all coins in it, and I will add that. So this way, if anybody says, well, hey, do you got your coins? I said, which one do you want to see? And I'll take all of them out. And I said, I ain't buying drinks because I will have my coin. And I really do want to go up to see a game up there in is it Gillette or Foxborough nowadays?
It's Gillette, but
yeah,
it's still called the Dump, but whatever.
Right. I want to see a game up there. I want to see a game up there because I've been to New York to see both the Giants and Jets. Mm-hmm. I've been to Buffalo. I have yet to go to New England, and I've yet to go to Pittsburgh. I heard Pittsburgh sucks too. So
I've never been to Pittsburgh. I've been to Buffalo, the old Meadowlands, the MetLife Stadium. I've been to the old Foxborough when it was the old Sullivan. That was back in like '93.
Yeah,
those are the only stadiums I've ever seen the Raiders playing. I've never been to Oakland, and I haven't been to Vegas yet since they moved. So, but there's a good chance next season that we could be playing here. If we end up dead last in our division, which is a definite possibility.
Yeah.
And New England, it's going to be between New England and the Jets. Who sucks the worst in that division?
I think it's the Jets.
I think if it is the Patriots, if we end up with the same standing in the division as they do, there's a chance we could play them next year. And it will probably be here anyway because we played them twice in Vegas in the last few years. So it would probably be here in New England.
You would think that, but
you would think that, but it all depends on.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily work
because
because
I'll tell you right now, if they do, then obviously us as a club, we're going to be doing something for that. We're going to be hopefully planning a pregame party the Saturday night before, and doing something for a tailgate. The only problem with a tailgate in that stadium is you have to buy parking passes,
Yeah.
and they're not cheap. And they limit to how much you can do in the parking lot. So like what we've done before going to tailgates, I don't think we can do the same setup there. We would have to do an off-site tailgate like we did in 2014. We did
Uh-huh.
an off-site tailgating, and then people just had to walk up the street to the stadium. It's not a far walk, but we would have to
Hey,
do something like that. So
well,
that would be
whatever.
great if you came here,
Yeah.
because I don't think any of the super fans like yourself have been here that I remember. Because in
Well,
2014, I don't
I
think
want to
any of
go.
you guys.
I
Yeah,
want I want to go.
yeah, definitely. We'll do something for sure.
Oh, that'd be
Hopefully, if
good.
it's something that we can do like that, I'm sure some of the Jersey Shore Booster Club people will be coming up here too, so
Oh
we can
yeah.
get them to help out with it too. Because I don't, you must know Terry Russell then, obviously. Terry's a sweetheart.
Terry
She's
and
helped me in so
Trey.
many different. Yep, she's helped me in so many different ways since I took over as interim president earlier this year. Um, I mean, for our 20th anniversary, she helped me huge with getting a mini helmet autographed by Phil. I ordered it on Amazon, shipped it directly to her. She had it signed by him and then shipped it to me. And then as a thank you, I sent her and Phil one of our 20th anniversary T-shirts, and each of them a challenge coin. You know, as a thank you for doing this. Because he didn't charge us for it.
Yeah.
We raffled it off the day of the 20th anniversary.
Yeah.
So her
I
doing
would
that was
I would get up to get because I'm looking at it right now. To Captain, he says Captain J, Just Win Baby, Phil Villapiano, and then something else. And I'm looking, it's right up over there. So for those that get a chance to come down to Tampa and see the studio, oh wait, I could, because that's not. It doesn't look like a dog's breakfast up there.
like I said
Let's see
earlier
if
when
I
you said, "Oh, I
can.
gotta clean," I said, "You
There it
mean you gotta
is.
go move the dead
That's the
body?"
picture I was telling you about.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah,
Well, yeah, but this area right here is in good repair. It's the rest of the room that looks like ass. So, in order for me not to, I've been told in no uncertain terms, you got to goddamn clean your room. I said, yes, I will. I will clean my room.
can't be any worse than the room I'm in. I'm actually in the laundry room. I carved out about almost like a quarter of the room for myself. Built a nice big bench, put the LED lighting in. So that's why when I do anything live, I hang a sign on the door. I'm on the air, which means can't do laundry and you ain't running the dryer either. So
Yeah,
and I shut the door and they leave me alone.
yeah. I have a thing. It's basically if the door is closed and they know I'm going to be doing a
Yeah.
live. And sometimes I still hear da da da, and I said, "I'm on a show,"
But
but
yeah,
it
I've
works
actually
most
got
of the time.
I got a mini helmet that was signed when we went to New York. Where was it? Wasn't not the one where we went. It was the first time. I think it was 2009. We went there and we had a pregame party that we did a joint thing with the Jersey Shore and the DC Metro Booster Club. The three of us ran a pregame party, and we had Phil was there, we had Henry Lawrence there, John Vella
Oh
was
yeah,
there. So I've got a mini helmet that was signed by all three of them that I brought with me, and
yeah.
so
And
I have that.
Henry
It's
lives
sitting
right
up
up.
way off to my left there.
Henry's a very close personal friend of mine because he lives about an hour maybe away down
Yeah,
in Manatee.
he's
So yeah,
dude. He's
Henry's
awesome.
awesome. Henry's
He's.
awesome.
I'll tell you what. He actually sang that night while we were there too. He's got an unbelievable voice.
Yes,
You
yes.
know. So yeah, he was wicked cool to meet. So that was a good time. Those pre-game parties are the best. I don't know if anybody in the channel's ever experienced them before, but those, especially away parties like that, when you go to the Raiders, it's different because those guys are always hanging around there. It seems like, but when you go to an away party like that, like when the Raiders are traveling and you get, former players to show up and partake in that party, that's a big deal. That
Yeah.
really is, and it's a big deal to the fans that are there, because even when they came out here to play the Giants, there were a shit ton of fans that came in from LA. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I met people that I'd never even seen before that I never would have met any other way. There was a whole slew of them that came in from LA, like a big group. They all flew together. There was like 10 or 15 of them that showed up that day, or that weekend. That was a good time. That party was probably one of the best that I've been to as
Yeah,
far as
and the
game
only
party.
problem with a New York party is that you'll have a party. The Jersey Shore will have their party at Reds, and
Yeah.
then John and Carmine will have their party at the bar downtown in Manhattan.
Yep.
So and you got to go to both, because God forbid if you don't go to both. I never let it be said no. So I made an effort each time. I've gone to Reds and I've gone to John and Carmine's place, because I didn't want it to be said, well, they didn't come to ours.
Yeah.
And
Last
I've
time,
run into
last
the
time I
same.
went down was at Reds.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
And same thing, Miami is kind of the same way, because the last time that we were in Miami, they had nice catch.
Jesus, yeah,
And
I just
it's
caught
not
that out of the
fucking
corner of my
Devontae
eye.
Adams. Yeah, it's Wilson. It's the wide receiver that says, I'm so much better than that old piece of shit you picked up. And it's true. He's better than that. But in Miami, the South Florida Raider boosters had their party, and then the TBH had their party. And I went to both, because I said, don't want it to be said that, well, he didn't come to ours. And the only problem I've ever had where I wasn't able to go to both was when Dallas had their event and TNBC had their party and DFW had their party. And I was late to the TNBC party. And by the time I was leaving to go to the DFW party, it was done. So I felt bad. And I said, guys, I swear I was coming over, but it was already done, because I was late to TNBC. And then by the time I got to DFW, it was already done. But I always make an effort to make sure that if there are two events, I'm going to go to both events.
Yeah, last time we did a pregame party in 2014 when the Patriots came here, but I was still in the fire department at the time, and I couldn't get off the shift on that Saturday night, so I didn't get to go to the pregame party. But the night before, on Friday night, is when the Raiders came in, and they stayed at the Renaissance Hotel in downtown Providence, and we found out that's where they were staying. So a few of us went down there, and we waited outside, and we didn't realize the team was already inside. They had gotten there about 10 minutes before we got there. So we're hanging around outside, and then I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom. So I went inside, and I had to go down the stairs into the bar area, and all the Raider players were in the bar. I was like, holy shit, they're all right here, And then that's when Mac was still playing with us, and I saw Khalil Mack face to face in person, and I couldn't get over the size of him. I mean, it was impressive. I mean, the wingspan on him when he put his arms out, I was like, holy crap, this guy's huge. You don't think that when you watch them on TV until you're up front and close and personal with some of these guys. These are big bastards.
Yeah.
So the best part of it, this story, is I'm standing outside, and everybody else that was with me went inside, and I'm out there with my son, and I just happen to look over, and I see this old black guy in a suit with a Raiders baseball cap on, and he's smoking. I'm looking at him, and I'm like, I said to my son, his nickname, we call him JT. I said, JT, said, I think that's Willie Brown. He goes, no, that can't be. I said, I'm telling you, I think it's him. So I slowly just start creeping over that way a little bit closer. I'm looking, I'm like, yeah, that's him. That's him. So I walk over, introduce myself, and I knew exactly who it was. Once I got close enough, I could tell. Sat there and talked to him for a good 10, 15 minutes. Nicest guy you ever meet. He was awesome. Do you think I'd take my phone out and take a
Yeah.
picture of my son with him or me with him? No, no, like an idiot. I was just so awestruck in seeing him and meeting him, a guy that I watched play as a child, as a kid. I'm
Yeah.
seeing him in person for the first time, and I'm just like, I didn't even take a picture. Everybody's like, oh, you didn't get a picture? I'm like, no. I felt like a dick after that. I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me. Why did I do that?
Well,
You
here's
know?
the thing, though, and it's you have that personal rapport with them.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And like for example, when I was in when I went to Baltimore this year, I saw Lincoln again, and I know Lincoln, you know, very well. And
Yeah.
I don't have I think I might have maybe one picture with him and I together, but it's like that's Link. It's a hey Link, what's up? Hey Cap, how you doing? And it's that right. I got a picture with Lamont Jordan that my friend took, but I didn't take it, and but he was gonna say, yeah, you charge pictures will be like what I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. So I got the picture because my friend took it. I didn't have to pay whatever, like the 25 fucking bucks that he wanted to have. I
Yeah.
did have him sign by because I have the banner that I always roll around with. It has a bunch of players on it, and I pay for that. So Jordan signed that. Lincoln signed that like plenty, well, at least one time. But he, you know, with Lincoln, it's like I got you, Cap, you know, and he so he signs it because he's my friend, my personal, and I don't take it for, you know, like I very rarely talk with him because everybody and their grandmother calls him and says, "Hey, can you do this? Can you do that?" You blah 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 blah. It's like, you know, same with Phil. You know, I have Phil's number, but I don't call Phil
Yeah.
because people call Phil for a bunch of shit, and I don't want to be that guy. And so at this past weekend, I saw Jay Schrader, and Jay Schrader has been a guy that I've seen the last couple of times in Vegas. And you know, come in and it's like, "Hey, Cap, hey Jay, how you doing?" So I introduced other people to him. You
Yeah.
know, said that's Jay Schrader, and he's the former quarterback. I saw Napoleon McCallum in the tailgate, and I said, "Hey, this is Napoleon McCallum." I call him the ensign, and he says it's lieutenant because I'm a retired chief, but to me, that's still Ensign
Yeah.
McCallum. And I don't denigrate him. Just that that's, I mean, I was so happy that Napoleon McCallum, the ensign, was playing for the Raiders. Yes, he did make lieutenant, so he went to 03. But, you know, I don't, it's not that I'm taking his rank away. It's just that that's the ensign. You know, that's my nickname for him.
Yeah.
And Napoleon is a great guy. So it's like,
It's a
when I
shame what happened to him.
yeah, and I tell you, and I never bring it
That
up.
was
When his leg went back that way, you know, the other way.
yeah.
When you're needed, when you should put your knee like this, and it goes like this. There you go.
The way I explain it is like when you get a chicken wing and the wing's still attached to the flats and how you break it off. That's
Yeah,
kind of what that reminded me of how like because you just watched his knee instead of bending this way, it just went kind of like that off
exactly,
to the side.
exactly.
You know,
Yeah,
so I that was probably one of the most gruesome. I think it was even worse than watching the Joe Theismann one, to be honest with you, because the Joe Theismann was just bone break, you know.
yes,
But I mean, he was never the same again after that. This was his knee. I mean, his knee was completely destroyed.
yes, it
You know,
was.
to watch that on because that was a Monday night game, if I'm not mistaken. I think it
Yeah,
was.
it
That was a
was the
Monday night
Monday
game
night
they had.
game. It was Raiders and Niners.
Yep. Yep.
Raiders and Niners,
And
and it
I
would have
watched that,
been
and I was just like, "Oh Jesus!" It's like there's no way
yeah.
he's coming back from that.
No,
That's a once and done injury.
yeah,
Unfortunately, your career's over.
that was a career ender. That was definitely a career ender. I
Just like Bo
remember it
Jackson.
explicitly. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I'll never forget that watching that live and seeing that injury because the camera was in on. I mean, he was stuck in a pile, and somebody tackled from up top. His legs were stuck in the ground, and he just went, and his knee just stayed right there. Watching that was like, oh Jesus! It's like you felt it yourself. You're like, oh my god,
yeah,
you
that's
know,
something
I've
that's
blown out
horrible
my
to watch.
ACL. Yeah, I'd blown out my ACL before, and I couldn't even imagine the pain he went through for that. I mean, because that was brutal, graphic, nasty. If nobody's ever seen it that's in here tonight, you just Google it and watch it. You'll appreciate that he didn't lose his leg. To be honest with you, that was insane.
I'm sorry, I'm remiss. I want to get back to the Instagram. Chiz61, Sonic Ambitious would joined in. Sonic Ambitious said, "That's awesome. I've done that before." I'm sorry, Sonic. You're going to have to tell me what it was that you've done before. Oh, am I frozen? I think I might be frozen on Instagram. Yeah, I think I'm frozen on Instagram. Yeah, I'm probably so because I see the. I'm gonna risk reloading, but I'm gonna risk
Asylum, I saw you ask
reloading.
me how you get one of those. Hit me up, man. Send me a PM or whatever, and we'll talk. I can get you a coin.
Yeah,
We
no,
were
it was
selling
frozen.
those. Circle of death.
Yeah, no, what is it? I refreshed it, and it took the live off, which is fine. Yeah, I mean we were on for over probably an hour at least, so it was there. So I missed the people that were on Instagram no longer there. Sorry, but
So what's your feeling
yeah.
about this weekend?
I honestly, hey Jay, there's my girl, and Jay is yeah. Jay asked me if I was going to the game, and for those that missed the very beginning of the portion of the show, as of about 15 minutes prior to the show, I am no longer going to Cincinnati. I sold my ticket for didn't I mean it was I sold it for a song for the other person. I didn't get I lost a lot of money on it because it was a front row ticket. I got in fact. Ooh, that reminds me. I gotta send her the ticket, but I haven't got it yet. It's a Tick Pick ticket, so I gotta send it to her. So when I get it, I will send it to her. But um, I got my hotel reservations. I transferred it to her because we're both Marriott members, and it was a Bonvoy price, and it would have been a lot more expensive had we both not been Bonvoy members. So, she got that good price. But no, I'm not going to the game. In answer to your question, the Raiders seem to play better when they're playing when they're playing up to the competition. Okay. They played a good they beat the Ravens when people said you weren't going to beat the Ravens. They played well against the Chiefs this past week. I fully anticipate a good game against the Bengals. Will we win? Don't know.
This game's totally winnable.
It is winnable. It is winnable. And that's why I said I would like to see those 7 wins. And Mundungus was saying, I don't know if Mundungus is still here. Mundungus has this 6-11, 5-12. And I said, well, that's the thing. If we can get to 6-11, there's no reason why we can't be 7-10.
True.
Because the games that we like is, and I'm not saying this as a fan or as a homer, but we gave the Charger game away. The Bronco game, it was Surtain and the defense won that game, and we were going to be winning that game, and Surtain just totally flipped the game for us there. The Chiefs was a winnable game until the very end. I said with fucking Minshew fumbling. With Minshew's fumble, lost the game. Okay, not getting points at the 3-yard line was the big factor, and then Minshew fumbling it where they got. And we said this on the show yesterday, NFL Nation Live, that bullshit fucking roughing the passer game call. Bullshit roughing the passer call. Got him a first down, got him 15 yards closer, and got him a touchdown. And it's stupid how the fucking Kansas City Chiefs get all these calls to win. And I can't remember what it is, but there's an Instagram maybe I can find it. There is an Instagram post, and maybe you guys have seen it. Come on now. I'm gonna see if I can find it. No, those are hot chicks. I don't, which is nice to see, but it's not what I wanted to show. The Instagram picture of nope, that's video and hot video as well. Where the fuck is it? It's the oh my god! Maybe screen capture. I'm bound and determined to find it, folks. I tell you, it is. Okay, let's go screenshot. Where is
Asylum? While he's doing that, I'm on. You can get me. I don't know if we're friends on Facebook. It's under Jeff LaFontaine. No, I'm on Instagram. Everything I do on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, it's all any _ Raider boosters. So if you've got me in any of that stuff, I can just DM me in any one of those, and I can talk to you about that coin.
I can't find it. It's unfortunate, but I think it's like under. It's the like title is typical Chiefs game, and it starts out where you see the line of scrimmage, and it's the Chiefs against the Ravens, and the Chiefs are they jump like illegal procedure.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
where the ref calls him the great and all powerful Mahomes.
Yes, that is typical.
Yeah.
The great. Let's see. No, it's defensive pass interference. The result
because
is
Mahomes
a touchdown.
So yeah.
Touchdown, and Kansas City wins. And I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I've seen that. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, that is funny, but it's so true. That's the sad
It's
part.
true.
That's the interpretation that people take on this.
Yes.
When it comes to anything involved in the Chiefs, and the lack of calls or the calls against them is just ridiculous. Like I was talking about it the other day with someone about just the blatant penalties. Oh no, we did it when we were on with your buddy KC there. Talking about the penalties, the lack of calls on Max. Just like Mahomes.
Yeah. No, Jay, I didn't see that. The little boy dressed like Mahomes. No, I try to send that picture. That would be great. Oh, we just had a Todd Downing signing, the great offensive coordinator for the Raiders. Oh my God, Todd Downing! What? And he sucks awesomely as well for the Jets. But I will say this though, he's probably a lot better than fucking Luke Getsy at this point. I hate to say that.
Why is everybody else wearing black, man? I'm getting sick and tired of this shit.
Because they all want to be the Raiders in their heart.
Well, they know it sells jerseys. It makes money.
Yeah.
Black sells, plain and simple.
Yeah, the alternate Eagle black, the alternate Panther black, the alternate Jet black.
Yeah. Our alternate uniform is going back to something from 1960s. It looks like the Chicago Bears with the gold highlights or the yellow, and it's like, why can't we do an all black pants, black jersey, black helmet? Why can't we? Everybody else does. Now, is it an ownership thing that doesn't want to do it?
Probably.
I mean, you come out with a black Raider helmet and do those in mini helmets. Oh, good God.
Oh, they have done them in mini helmets.
I actually have a mini helmet up over there that's black, but it's the Booster Club one.
Yeah, no,
we gave them out to our founding members at the 20th anniversary party. I ordered 4 helmets for those founding members, and it's a mini Riddell helmet, and it's got this logo right here, just as you see it on the side of each side of the helmet.
Oh, that's nice.
It's in a case, and it had engraved with their name, their founding member of the club, 20 years, 2004, 2024. and each name on it. Why can't we do a helmet like that? For a game, like come out that way. Yeah, the matte black. Yeah, no, the one I have. Yeah, those are they're high gloss black. All the ones that we bought. So I got this one extra one that we didn't do anything with it yet. So, but I mean, why can't we do black? Everybody else is. I mean, Arizona's doing black. They're the furthest color from being black. Why do they got all black uniforms? Jacksonville, another one. The
Yeah.
Jets. The Jets wearing black. Black pants,
And the,
black jersey, and the back black helmet.
and the Giants have their black uniforms as well.
Yeah, it's like what again, is it an ownership thing? You would think he'd be all for it because he's going to sell merchandise. People would. You tell me that people wouldn't buy that stuff? Come on. I mean, nobody's walking around in football pants. I kind of get it. You already have black jerseys, but come out with something a little different.
Yeah, that's true. Silence. The Niners also have black jerseys.
Yeah, they do. I'm not asking to change the logo. The logo is the logo. Don't ever change that as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
But spark it up somehow. We don't have any, there's no spark any interest in the play on the field. Let's do something else that draws some attention to us and gives us something positive to feel good about, because nobody's feeling good or positive about any of the shit that's going on in this team. Like I said earlier in the chat room text and typing, as bad as the play calling's been, it's still on AP on the bad offensive play calling because he's not calling the plays, but he's the head coach. You go up to Getsy and say, "Hey, listen, smack him around a little bit and change the plays up. Do something different."
And that is why I really do think that Luke Getsy has been put on notice as to
Adams just got hurt. He's in the blue tent.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, they just brought him in the tent.
Well, and I said this as well, is that Adams, be careful what you wish for. You said that you wanted to go to a contender. The Jets are.
He's in a worse situation now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seriously.
Asylum, that's a great one. Oh, Jay, good night to you. Peace, love to you as well. The answer, Asylum, is no. If the Raiders come out and have a horrible, horrible offensive game, and I'm gonna quantify this, if they have a horrible offensive game against the Bengals, whether they win or not, if they come out offensively, or maybe the Raiders win in Cincinnati because of the defense, Luke Getsy, in my estimation, will be gone.
Yeah. I mean, he should have been fired 5 days ago, but still.
Yeah.
If I think I agree with you 100%. If the defense is what wins us this game and it's not the offense doing what they're supposed to do, then he should be gone. Out the door. See you later. Next man up, whether we go internally or they bring someone else from the outside.
They won't.
Either way.
They won't bring anybody in. No, but it'll give it to Joe Philbin, who is an offensive coach
and a former head coach.
There's your answer, Asylum. Joe fucking Philbin. He's on the staff. He's the senior offensive assistant. He's the same rank as Marvin Lewis is, who's the senior defensive assistant. These guys are former head coaches who know what the fuck they're doing.
But this is what pisses me off about this team. He's got so much experience around him, and he knew going into this as the head coach, he needed to surround himself with guys that were going to help the team be in a better position. But when you've got the guy that's in charge of one aspect of your team, the offense, is just shooting yourself in the foot every week, it wasn't a smart move. I agree with you. Move up. Put Philbin in. Get rid of this bum. The defense is fine. I think the defense is doing okay. It's the one bright spot we've got on that team besides Brock Bowers.
Yeah.
On offense. Brock Bowers is the only thing on offense that even gives you any excitement. Nobody gets excited for offensive linemen. As good as JP's doing, nobody gets excited for offensive linemen. I mean, I'm a big dude. I mean, I'm an offensive lineman at heart. I played it in high
I was
school.
going to say, yeah,
Played it
I'm
in
a lineman.
semi-pro. I played center and semi-pro. So, I mean, I love my O lineman, but nobody gets excited for offensive linemen. You want the skill position players, and we've got that, but the offensive coordinator, this is just blah.
Yeah. And Asylum, I don't give a fuck what the job title is if he doesn't. And that's the thing. We don't need to know that. We just need the fucking help. If Philbin says he's going to help out and Getsy keeps that the title, great. I will say this: Luke Getsy will not be the OC next year.
Oh, hell no.
He will not be the OC next year. And the reason why I say that is because I really don't. If Adrian, boy, that's a Freudian slip. If Antonio Pierce, that's where I would go with AP, Adrian Peterson. If Antonio Pierce is the head coach next year, remains to be seen.
Yeah. I'm not done with AP. I still have hope for him. He just needs the right pieces to fix this, and Getsy's not the right piece. And I feel like a broken record because we've been saying this for the last few weeks. This isn't something that just popped up this week. This has been a regular occurrence since like maybe week 3.
Oh yeah.
The offense has just been stinking it up. We've had one really good game, in my opinion, and that was the Baltimore game. Everything else has been mediocre. I mean, who was it? Cleveland we beat. We barely beat them.
Barely beat them.
Barely.
Barely
and then
beat
you come into a game. The only reason we had any type of chance Sunday with the Chiefs was our defense.
Yes.
The offense wasn't scoring anything. The offense wasn't moving the ball. Granted, all right, they did score 2 touchdowns. But, when you're given the ball from your defense on the opposing team's 5-yard line and you can't even walk off with a field goal.
The 3-yard line.
Yeah. Sorry, the 3-yard line. Yeah, well, it ended up at like the 8-yard line by the time we were done with the series.
Yeah.
When you turn the ball over on 4th down, on four tries, I mean, you can't even get a field goal out of that. I mean,
and Brock Bowers was not in on that
no, he
series.
wasn't even on the field. Why aren't we doing? Why don't we take note of when we play other teams because we can never stop a tight end, no matter who it is. We're horrible against tight ends, and we have been for years. And Kelsey has done shit all season. And when does he have a good game? Against us.
Against us.
As usual. I mean, it was his get-right game, as usual. Why can't we do what other teams do with their tight ends? Like,
Hi, Kaylee.
Just come right over the middle. Just come right over. He'll win any one-on-one with any of those guys.
Yes.
Linebackers included. Put the ball up in his reach and just throw it to him over the middle. A quick little slants out to the left. If he falls out of bounds, he falls out of bounds. He's still moving the ball. He's showing something. Unfortunately, the way they keep getting the ball to him, though, he's going to be beat up by the end of the season because he's the only one that's worth a shit on the offense. I mean, except for Myers, I like Jacoby.
I was going to say Jacoby and Bowers are the only strong suits of the. We don't have a running back that's consistent.
Horrible.
Like I said, and I think I was right. I think we gained 33 yards total. I think it was 33 yards total. And I might be off on that.
Madison had 15 yards. Madison had like 15 yards left.
Yeah, I just know it was nothing. It was nothing.
Yeah.
Kaylee, candies and cookies. Sorry. She saw my Facebook. So It's gone, Kaylee. And I say I don't say it mean, but I can honestly say I don't have to worry about having any candy or any cookies come back to the house. So I'm done. I won't be getting fat off of it. That's for sure. So and Kaylee says hi to you as well, Asylum. Oh, Kaylee, by the way, this is, and I'm going to take this off the, just so you know, that's Jeff at the New England Raider Boosters. He is the president of their club. So that's another bird. Kaylee,
How you doing?
Kaylee McLaughlin is one of my friends that hails from Illinois, and each year she does the Special Olympics events
Oh,
where
nice.
so yeah, she if you ever want to support somebody that is a Raider fan that does Special Olympics, make sure you look for and I'm going to put Kaylee back up there so this way you know who to get to. Look her up on Facebook. Great young lady. And there was another young lady, and I can't remember. She was on Instagram last time, and I met her in Chicago as well. So she's another gal I'd go out and support for any sort of things that they have. And there's a third gentleman, and it has to do with there's something that has to do with dogs in the name. There's something that has to do with dogs in the name. But I think he's autistic, and he's a great guy to support as well. So I'll try to get that information. Well, yes, be kind with Kaylee. Be kind. She has her shows on Facebook where it's like the Be Kind Hour with Kaylee. So look it up. But I definitely want to see that. Go ahead, Jeff.
I wasn't saying anything.
Yeah, but no, be kind for that. Kelly, anytime you want to come on, what's this? Did they call a penalty? Did they breathe? Did they breathe on Rodgers? Did they breathe on him?
No, it's probably the holding call right there in the middle of the screen.
Oh, well, that wasn't holding. That was molestation.
Yeah, that was a mugging.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
they pulled it back. So like I said, the Jets suck. The Jets suck.
We were bad. The Jets, and they've got more talent than we have, especially on offense. Oh my God!
Did he get it in?
I don't know, but even if he didn't, that was one hell of a catch.
That was a hell of a catch. I don't know whether he. Oh yeah, I was gonna say it was. I would look for it. Let's see it. Okay. So that's one hand, one foot, one. The knee. The knee. Yeah, but it was the knee. If he would have had that knee in.
Yeah.
If you would have had that knee in, it would have been a touchdown.
Dude, that is one athletic kid right there. That kid is unbelievable. It'd just be nice, other than Bowers, it'd be nice if we could just have a draft pick that works for us and not wait 5 years for them to be something. It took Miller a while to become, what he is now. And he's not playing that great right now, but
he's not.
But it's like Bowers is the last pick that we've had that I can remember that's worked out right from the get-go. We have no good history with quarterbacks. The Carr's the most successful one that we've drafted in a long time. O'Connell I think hasn't really been given the chance yet.
He hasn't.
Having that injury and everything, so he still has time. He still needs time to mature a little bit more. So,
hey, people seem to forget that the best quarterback the Raiders ever had, and don't fucking throw Derek Dallas Carr in my face, but the best quarterback that the Raiders ever had sat on the bench 2 years before he got his opportunity to play. Okay. And that was a gentleman named Kenny Stabler. And he was drafted in 1968.
Mm-hmm.
He was actually Kenny Stabler was drafted in the second round because the first rounder was the other quarterback, and his name escapes me. He was the black quarterback that the Raiders drafted in '68.
Oh my God, I know the name too. I can't.
But Stabler was drafted in the second round, and
was it Banks? Was the last name Banks?
No. I can't. Oh my God, I can't.
Oh my God!
Remember.
If Uncle Kevin from the Booster Club was here, he would know that already. He would have said it before.
Oh, I know. Eldridge Dickey. There you go.
Yeah,
I don't know it. Yeah. You screwed Dickey's name up real bad there, but he fixed it. But yeah, Eldridge Dickey was the first quarterback taken in the '68 draft. Stabler was taken in the second round, and Stabler took a couple years. And remember, in the Immaculate Reception game, Stabler, I think, came off the bench at that game because I think it was either LaMonica. I think LaMonica played the beginning of that game, and he couldn't get the Raiders down the field. And Stabler came in, got the Raiders' only touchdown on a run, and they were winning because of that run. Oh, the Jets got the touchdown. The Jets got the touchdown. So that was a hell of a catch. But Stabler got the run, and then they were up, and it was Bradshaw Immaculate Deception. That was it. So, wow, it was just that. Yeah. They called the calf because enough of the calf was in. That was lucky for the Jets because the calf was down.
That was a hell of a catch.
Yeah. And that was not Adams, folks. That was the receiver that they've had on their team.
Yeah. I've got a good friend of mine. We've been friends since kindergarten, and we're both Raider fans. And he travels a lot. And one year he had to go out to Pittsburgh for a business trip. And at the airport in Pittsburgh, you've seen it, the statue.
Yeah.
One of the coworkers that was with him took a picture of him standing next to the statue with his hands doing this in front of Franco Harris, saying no catch, it hit the ground type of the incomplete pass. And he sent me that picture after he took it. I'm like, dude, that's funny. That's funny because it's true.
Yeah.
That's another game that was another Super Bowl that was taken from us because we would have gone to that one too.
Yeah. Because we would have played the Dolphins the next week, and we would have beat the Dolphins because Don Shula only won one game against the Raiders, if I'm not mistaken. His record against the Raiders, he won one game. Okay. And the Raiders were the team to beat the Dolphins the very next year in Berkeley because it was the Raiders' home game. It was in Berkeley because the A's were playing in the World Series. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So they moved the game to Berkeley, and the Dolphins were still undefeated, but the Raiders beat them, and it stopped their unbeaten streak. So yeah, I know I can't say I know for a fact, but I'm pretty sure in estimation that the Raiders would have beat the Dolphins, and they would have went to the Super Bowl and won.
You look back at the history of our team, and you see how many times that we missed going to a Super Bowl because of just stupid shit. There's that one.
Yeah, there's the tuck rule. There's the
That's
fumble.
the biggest one that sticks out in my mind because it hit home so bad.
Oh yeah. Well, remember the '77 AFC Championship game where Mike McCoy gets the fumble, and they get would have been a touchdown on that fumble play. And I've had Mike McCoy on my show, and he talks about it. But yeah, that they took that damn play away, and so and we would have played Dallas in that Super Bowl. Many times we should have played Dallas. And instead of the Broncos getting their asses kicked, it would have been a hell of a game between the Raiders and the Cowboys. Okay, would have been a great game. So But yeah, it's just disheartening to think about.
Yeah. And you think about how long it's been from the last Super Bowl that we won, I should say. We're talking 40 years,
Yeah,
over
40
40 years.
years, 40 years. Yeah,
Some
because
of
like
the,
it's
some of these fans that are fans now don't even know what it's like to see us win a Super Bowl. It's been that long. Like it's just like how much longer. Said this the other night. It's like I'm full. I'm 50. I'm going to be 55 in May. It's been 41 years since the last time I saw them win a Super Bowl. I'm not going to make another 40 years.
no,
It's already been 40. There's no saying that it's not going to be another 40. I hope not. I would like to see them win it again, and for the remainder of my lifetime. But the way we're going, it's not looking good. you
yeah,
know. And I know we discussed this last week. It's probably not going to happen until the Davis family don't own this team anymore. And it has nothing to do with Mark because it's his mother that owns the team, not really him. He's there running the day to day of the team as like the owner there, but it's her that owns the team. Until she's gone, he really is not going to sell the team, or they're not going to sell the team. And it's going to be, is she leaving everything to him, or is it going to be to a conglomerate that's going to take over all this? What happens when she is gone? Who takes over the principal control of this team at that point? Does it just revert to Mark? Is there something that's already, obviously it's already in the works as far as like what happens to the team, but we don't know that yet. Nobody's going to know that, until it actually happens. So that's my big question right now is we really don't know what the future holds for this organization once she's gone. So where does
I
it go after that?
yeah, I'm gonna tell you something that's gonna make me throw up. The reason why it was important for Mark to have that person and that other person, who I will say, Richard Seymour, who at least played for the Raiders
Yeah.
and has the mentality. It was
Should have been right
important,
up from day one, by the way.
right? It was important for them to get in because they will be, and I don't know whether it will go back to where the Raiders were in the olden days, where Al Davis was the manager, the general partner. I even remember the title, manager, the general partner, and he squeezed out. Uh, uh, was it Chet? Can't remember what Chet's name. Chet Lemon. Chet Soda. He squeezed out the other. There was like two or three other guys that he squeezed out. He got the money. He bought him out. He over years he bought him out so that Al was the man. He had more than 51% of the ownership was when he became the manager, the general partner. But he was then he became the owner. And if it is something like that, it'll be Mark and the other people because they have money. And Mark has money now
Mm-hmm.
based upon Vegas, but he doesn't have the B with a billion. He doesn't have the billions of dollars that these owners have to have.
Yeah.
Okay, Ziggy Wolf in Minnesota, and the Khan in Jacksonville, and obviously a Kraft up there by where you're at, and he does not have that much. Jerry Jones, obviously, with
Well,
a B.
you
The
also
mill,
have to remember these other owners all had that money prior to being an owner in the NFL too.
right, right.
So they brought that with them. Whereas whatever Mark has, it's
It's
whatever
right off
he's
the
garnered
Raiders.
from the Raiders themselves.
Yes.
And it was a business move for him to move them to Vegas, and it was a smart business move, just not a smart for the sport, for the team move.
Yeah.
It's hurt the team more than anything. It's hurt the fans more than anything because It's not the same. I've never been to Oakland, so I can't speak from personal experience, but I just know enough people that have gone to the games in Oakland and have gone to games in Vegas, and it's two totally different atmospheres. I mean, you yourself know the black hole in Oakland was what it was like versus what it's like in Vegas. It's not. It's you can't say it's the same. It
Yeah.
doesn't. I mean, the people that are around you in the black hole obviously are the same, but it doesn't have the same mystique that it did in Oakland. Like if you were a fan of the visiting team in Oakland, you were a little fear struck walking in there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
In Vegas, it's like no big deal. You just walk in. It's just I'm going to go watch a football game.
Right.
You have no fear really because you sometimes outnumber the actual home team fans. You didn't have that in Oakland.
No.
The fans, the away fans didn't outnumber the hometown. It I don't think it ever happened for the history of the Raiders in their time in Oakland.
It did, and though for Oakland, I would say. And by the way, we're gonna have to start wrapping this up.
Yeah.
I will say this: the one Pittsburgh game that I was on TV when Juju Smith-Schuster made the toe tap catch. If you look at those pictures, you'll see me in the background. Seriously,
Yeah.
I was front row. The Pittsburgh travel, okay.
Yeah, they do.
And when I was there, that's the only game that I remember where there was enough of a crowd. Now it got to be when the Raiders said that they were leaving, and it started to thin out. There were crowds that it was still primarily Raider fans, but it thinned out to a point where you saw a bunch of fans from the other teams. But and Jeff, thanks again for coming in. I'm
No problem.
gonna pop in for the two. It's always better with people. Hey, and Jeff comes in, and you guys can come in as well. Asylum came in, and Jay, and please come in and talk to me because it makes the show a hell of a lot better. And I
I have
thank
fun.
you,
I
brother.
like coming in here and doing this. I love it.
You got it.
I absolutely love it. So, we started our own show last night for the first time. So it's so much fun doing this. I don't know why people don't do it more.
Well, it keeps me good, but I'm at 157, so I got to kick everybody.
Yeah. All right, I'll back out. See you
All
later,
right, take
everybody.
care, Jeff. Thanks again, brother.
Hit me up.
Yep, go get. And thank you, Jeff. By the way, I can't wait to see that wonderful, wonderful goodie bags I'm getting. Y'all take care, and remember, Asylum does the cage match show, so there's that as well. Take care, everybody. Won't be away. I will have my show on Sunday, and I won't be having to travel to do it. So everybody, take care. We'll see you.